Here we go. Okay. Welcome to the Truth Hurts. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. This is Bible Study Sunday. Send me some comments. Send me some comments. All right, all right. Thank you. Give yourself a hand clap for coming to church this morning. With Bible study, this is teaching the Bible. Okay, right now we got a Bible subject we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go to one chapter, one scripture. Okay, I taught last night, and today I was supposed to teach later tonight. That's why I taught last night, because I wasn't gonna teach today, but I couldn't help myself. The Spirit just led me to teach. I mean, I see the attendance here, and it's a good thing, because if you're from Fort Worth, you know that it's snowed in right now. So a lot of people are not out there inside the house. This is the perfect chance for you to get a word in of the Most High God into your life right now, to your heart. Okay, the subject today will be called "You Reap What You Sow." This morning, you reap what you sow. And we sow bad things and we sow good things. So for those of y'all who sow bad things, we're going to talk about that, what you're going to get back from that. And those of you who have sowed good things, we're going to get into what you're going to reap from that. So I don't want you looking at me like that whenever I start stepping on some toes. Because this lesson is about me too. I always reap. I mean, I always used to wonder why, like, I can get in trouble for something that I never did. That I never done. Like, why am I getting in trouble for this? And and I remember my mom told me one time when I asked her that question. I said, I didn't even do nothing. Why am I getting in trouble? You know what I mean? By the law. I think I was like a teenager then. I got in trouble by the police, and I said, but I didn't do nothing. They just keep, they giving me all this time and blah blah. And my mom said, well, you might didn't do this crime, but there's something else you did, and you thought you got away with it, and you just reaping what you sowed. And I thought about that, and as scary as it sounded, it made me feel better. It made me feel more at ease. It made me feel like I wasn't targeted and I had a curse on me and the Most High God didn't have his hands on me. It just that it made me feel more comfortable. I was more untense when she told me that, because I thought I was targeted. I was just cursed and I had bad luck. But I never knew that I was bringing the luck on myself. I was bringing the bad luck or the good luck on myself. Luck comes from what you reap. What you sow, not what you reap. Luck comes from what you sowed. You say, man, you just got good luck. No, he's just been sowing some good seeds somewhere. He's been hustling, grinding somewhere very hard to where now it's finally paying off. And it can be paid off in a bad way or a good way. You can be getting paid off from all the bad seeds that you sowed. Come on, man, let's get to the seeds. Okay, now we're talking about seeds here. Sowing. Sowing is like plowing, plowing, sowing, or whatever. If you plant bad seeds in the ground, what's going to come up? A bad plant. Or nothing at all. Nothing. If you plant rotten seeds in the ground, nothing is gonna come up. But if you plant a good, fresh watermelon seed in the ground, guess what's going to grow up? A nice plant. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of us, me, I mean, we always like, man, you know, how come nothing is good coming your way? Everywhere you look, you got to ask somebody for money. You're borrowing money from somebody. You're begging. Or you either begging or you don't. You're always losing something that you get. You never can keep it. Every time you get a car, when income tax comes, everybody get a car, and then next thing you know, after a year, they don't have that car no more. It's ragged, it's messed up. Because you're reaping what you sowed. You're not sowing good seed and maintaining that car. After a year, the car is so messed up, it's undrivable. You're sowing bad seed into the car. It's that simple when it comes to reaping what you sow. Y'all thought I was just gonna go with a lesson as you reap selling dope, and you're gonna. It's not about drugs and dope only. There's a lot of bad seed that we're sowing into our own lives, and we're reaping back that. Absolutely nothing. Everything that you sow, you're going to reap. That means that if you're sowing bad seed into your kids, you're going to reap badass kids. That's just what that is. Y'all think it's cute to have y'all kids online and YouTube and Facebook cussing and rapping, saying nasty stuff, having sex and all that, talking about having sex, and letting the little girls walk around with their booty cheeks hanging out, just like the mama be, imitating the mama. Don't you know you're gonna reap what you sowed into that child? That child is gonna reap whatever she bought out. She's going to either be a prostitute, somebody's going to rape her, she's either going to get pregnant real early, or she's going to get killed at an early age. If she's not well supervised with that type of countenance. You have to be with her every step of the way, like a movie star little girl, or a little girl who's a famous artist, song singer or something. You know, the parents have to be there like Beyonce was when she was little, every step of the way. If not, she's going to end up being taken by the devil himself. We're sowing bad seed into our kids. I'm talking to the tribe of Judah and the nation of Israel here, the whole nation of Israel, okay? Latinos, Native Americans, y'all got it bad too. Yeah, Latinos, it ain't just the blacks, y'all make me sick the way we raise our kids. We have no moral principle, good moral ethnic principles of how to raise our kids. I don't know how you are sowing so much bad seed into your kids. I can understand you making a mistake in front of your kids, but at least when you make that mistake, you can go back and correct that in front of him or her and say, look, I did this, but you can't do that. I'm going to fix this, and daddy or mommy is not going to do this no more because it's not good, it's bad, and the Bible said we're not supposed to do that or act like that. And you change in front of your kids. But a lot of y'all are teaching your kids, you're sowing seed into your kids, teaching them how to be evil, how to hate, how to steal, how to sell drugs, how to use drugs, how to be violent, and how to be a bully. They're going to grow up being just what you sowed into them. Don't you know the outcome? Everything you reap, don't you know the outcome of that is death? There's no life in none of that I name. If you're in the Bible and you are the house of Israel here, you are listening to me right now, and you go around trying to quote scriptures and tell my Lord this and Lord that, then you're supposed to be going by what this said. You know what I mean? Excuse me, let me check the video. So, we're reaping you're going to reap, we're sowing bad seeds into our kids. We let them do anything. So everything you reap, you're going to sow. And we wonder why our kids are dying out here, getting killed, murdered. You let your kid, you sow seed into your kids and let them be independent at the age of 12 years old. Let them walk to the store. Let a female especially walk to the store, she ain't number 9, 10, 12 years old. Y'all let them walk around to the store by themselves. And we got the highest number of being kidnapped without being found. Y'all don't want to hear this. Without being found. You're sowing independence into your kids when they're just kids. You're sowing independence into them to where you're not supervising them with their independence. You still have to supervise them. You're letting your kids do anything. You're letting them be around neighbors who watch porn in front of them, who have sex in front of them, who's doing drugs in front of them, and you're not going over to the neighbor's house to supervise the house. You're sowing bad seed into your kids. I'm going deep. But we have sowed bad seed into our lives. We have done things 10 years ago, and we was living good for almost that whole 10 years until that 9th year, and you're wondering, but you stopped. You stopped hustling. You stopped boosting. You stole what? $150,000 worth of clothes in 6 months. You made your money. You finally stopped boosting. You finally stopped stealing clothes. 3 years passed by. You working now. You don't even boost no more. 3 years passed by. You got a house, a car, all that. You meet this man, and this man that you meet, y'all fall in love with each other, and for some reason he cheats on you, and now, y'all get into some disagreement or argument, and now you put him out of his house. You want to put him out. Because he did something terribly wrong to you, and you don't know why he did this to you. You helped him and all that. He stole all of your jewelry. He took all of your clothes. You had like $50,000 worth of jewelry that you have saved up by working hard at General Motors, and you had bought thousands and thousands, hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of clothes. He took all your new clothes. He took all your jewelry, and he walked out on you, and you cannot find him. And the question you're asking yourself is, why did this happen to me? What did I do? Remember 3 years ago, you made $150,000 off of boosting clothes? That came back on you. You just reaped what you sowed, and you didn't even know it. And you're thinking it's bad luck, or you're being picked on, or you're cursed, or you're not blessed. No, it's not that. You just reap what you sowed. Let's go to scriptures right quick, okay? Let's go to Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9. Chapter 6, verse 7 through 9 right here. Mark that down, take a picture of it. Copy it, or whatever. Okay? So let's start with 3. For if a man think of himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceives himself. That can go deep right there when you think you're something when you're nothing. That's just the Bible saying, don't think more highly of yourself than you ought to think. Stop, get off your ass. Get off yourself, man. You ain't all that, so? I'm not on myself. I know I'm black, ugly. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the way, but I know I'm no better than the next man. Y'all are better than me. I wish I had y'all's shoes. I wish I didn't do the things I did in the past. I am not a good person. I'm someone who is striving for righteousness. That's it. So don't sit up here and call me a good man or a good teacher. No, it is the Holy Spirit that is within me who causes me to do good things. And I follow his lead. That's why I'm following the lead of the Most High God's Spirit. And that's what that is. But I am not a good man. The Bible strictly speaks that there's only one good man. That is the Father. He's the only one that is good. And Yahushua himself said that. Because the crowd kept going around calling him good teacher. He said, don't be calling me good. There's only one good person. There is only one good being here, and that's the Father. Okay. Be something when he is nothing. He deceives himself. You fooling yourself while we're thinking just because you got a $29 an hour job and you making $80,000 a year, you think you something. Just because you got $1 million, you ain't nothing. From what the Bible says, you like a filthy rag in front of him. You ain't nothing. All that's going to go and break. You die, where it's going to go? You can't take it with you. Somebody else going to get it. Yeah, somebody else going to enjoy what you worked hard for. What they sowed in the slavery time, what they sowed, we're reaping from that. We didn't labor. We didn't labor all them picking cotton and stuff. What Peter, Paul, them, and the 12 disciples sowed in the past, we're reaping all the good benefits from that. They sowed and suffered. We're reaping from the benefits from what they suffered from. So there's a lot of things you're going to learn about reaping what you sow. You know, a lot of things you're going to learn about sowing seeds. Sowing. We're talking about the bad seed right now. We're going to get to the good seed. Verse 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Prove his own work. My work is teaching the Bible. My work is making music, writing songs, doing videos, putting out work. That's my work. So I can think of myself highly in that area only. But anything else, I am nothing. But I am good at that. I have proven that. For every man shall bear his own burden. You're going to bear your own burden. I don't care how much you're going to complain to somebody else. You're going to have to bear your own burdens. Whatever you sow, whatever come your way, you're going to have to bear it. So watch what you sow. Sow good seed. I always sow good seed. I had to stop sowing bad seed because I kept going to jail. I kept wondering, why come I get pulled over every time I go to jail? Everybody else got warrants. They'll never get pulled over. All my homeboys been having warrants for 30 years, never get pulled over. But I get pulled over. Why do my headlights always got to go out when I'm driving? I checked it before I got in the car. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good. So that's sowing good seed when you're letting good teachings come into you. You're sowing good seed now. You listening to me teach you what the Bible say do is you're sowing good seed into your life now. You're gonna reap good stuff. Something's going to happen in your life where you're going to remember this and you're going to use this tool that's going to help you get over that hump. Verse 7, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. There we go. For he that soweth to his flesh shall all of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You know what that means? If you're sowing good seed, you know how many times you sow all this good seed and you didn't see nothing come back? We're going to go back to verse 9. We're going to go back to verse 9. Remember that. Verse 9. Verse 9. Remember that. That's the good seed. We're going to talk about what you've sown good. Now let's get back to why we reaping back bad stuff on us. I mean, what's going on with this, huh? And we're going to show you why. Okay? So you wonder why, you know, like, man, 3 years later, and you finally get in trouble for something you did 3 years later, 3 years ago. That's how come it's hard for you to come up in life. It was very hard for me to come up in life. I couldn't get over humps because I kept sowing bad seed. I kept, you know, I would, you know, get into a rut. And the rut how I got into the rut, I would get out of it and go back to the same actions that I did to get in that first rut, to get in that rut. If I would have changed my direction and went another way, I can't expect to go to jail for selling dope Get out of that rut. Pay for that rut and get right back out and sow the same seed that I sowed that got me in jail. You're going to keep going in and out, in and out. That's when you say, man, how come I can't get over hump? Because you keep spending your money on attorney fees and all that, man. You haven't changed your directions. And even so, even when you sell dope, don't you know that you're going to sow, you're going to reap what you sow from all that? Well, I did. The money is going to be taken some kind of way. You're going to lose stuff, but you have to get over that hump. You have to take what you made, and you have to use your wisdom. You keep going back selling dope when dope ain't for you. Some people were put in this world to do that, just so it can be an adversary to us. So it will make us stronger, who fights it off, who denies it, who don't want it. We keep sowing bad seed and we wonder why we keep reaping bad stuff. That's why. Sowing bad seed leads only to corruption. Y'all, that's why we're unhappy. We're not sowing good seeds into our lives. We're sowing social media into our lives, and it's making a lot of us sad because social media have a lot of bad news and a lot of drama and stuff. And we keep sowing that seed into our lives. And what we reap from that, the outcome is that how we talk. Everything we talk about is about social media. And what you reap from that is misery and concerns and worries, and there's no peace and joy in that. Unless you're listening to the word of God on social media, yeah. But I'm talking about a lot of gossip and junk. We sowing bad seed when we overeating. We're putting the wrong food. It ain't even got to be overeating. We're just putting the wrong foods into our body. We know we ain't supposed to be eating pork and stuff, but we eat it anyway. Because we think just because Yahweh died on the cross for our sins, that now we can eat pork. I thought that too until I kept getting headaches and headaches and headaches. And then I researched and I keep wondering, how come black men always having heart attacks or cardiac arrest and dying at the age of 60-something, 50s and their 40s, because they eat a lot of fried foods and pork. That's how come my blood pressure be higher than everybody else's. We always got high blood pressure or diabetic because we eating the wrong food. We're sowing the wrong food into our lives, and what we reap out of that is death. Cancer, heart attacks, strokes, death is what we reap from it. Watch what you sow. Sow good stuff so you can reap out good stuff. Look at the seed and take the seed for an example. Go buy some seeds, plant it, and that's the way we should look at it. That's the way we should perceive it. You reap everything you sow. I learned that. That's how come I watch what I do. Sometimes I still be tempted to steal. I ain't talking about just going in the store stealing. I'm talking about like big licks. $50,000 licks, stuff like that. And I said, no, I ain't gonna do that no more. I ain't, because I'm gonna reap what I sow. Some gonna come back on me where I'm gonna have a wreck in a $50,000 car and I'm gonna lose it. Or somebody gonna break in my house and steal $50,000 worth of my jewelry, and I'm gonna say, why did they break in my house? I don't know them. Or somebody I'm closely dearly to me might lose something and they need to borrow $50,000 or I have to give it to them because I don't know, that ain't really reaping what you sow. But I'm just saying, somehow you're gonna pay for that $50,000 that you stole. It might not come back on you, and you might still be wealthy when it come back on you to where you can handle it, but it's still gonna bring back a guilty conscience. Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever so a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall also reap of the flesh. You keep sowing of the flesh. Sow of the Spirit. So we went over sowing bad seed to our kids, sowing bad seeds into your life, sowing bad seed. You can sow bad seed by just talking. You reap what you sow just by sowing bad words. I gotta get out of that. When I get mad at somebody, I want to use profanity and tell them off, cuss them out. That used to be a really big problem with me, and that's still a problem with me. Because when I get upset and really angry, I'm like a chicken with his head cut off. And you know what? I'm getting better, but I'm not there. So I'm trying to tell you, because, I mean, you'll reap what you sow, because eventually you're going to meet people who's going to always talk bad to you, who's going to cuss you out, who's going to do you. You're not going to ever get respect. So you have to watch what you sow when it comes to your language. I'm talking to the house of Israel here, not talking to nobody else but them. I'm talking to the ones who believe in His word, who want to follow His word. That's who I'm talking to, nobody else but them. If you're not part of that, but you want to be part of this, then I'm talking to you. Yeah, y'all see my rap videos and all that, blah, 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 blah. That's testimonies showing you how I used to be. These are songs that's been written, but it's just not getting put out on video because it was done and I was commanded by the Most High God to put out these videos because there's a message behind it. It's going to show y'all the befores and afters. This is how this man used to be. Look how the Most High God, look where He bought him from. Look where He brought him from, out of. Look what He brought him out of. Sex, drugs, talking about all that in his music. Blah, blah, to teaching the Bible, to all of this. It's a testimony. It's to disturb the mind of how we really act, how we really are out there in these streets. My music is telling y'all all that. I'm just not getting over a lot. I'm just not getting over the hump. It took me a year to stop hearing voices from the effects of using drugs. It took a year for the voices, not the voices, but seeing like shadows of things go away. Because I sold so much bad drugs in my life. I sowed so much bad seed in using drugs that it left an after effect. The reaping from that is the seeing things and hearing voices. And thank the Most High God, I don't hear voices. But I'm going to tell you something. I could just see flashes of stuff and like thinking something coming at me. I mean, I was really reaping what I sowed. I sowed bad stuff into my flesh. I sowed into the flesh for like 20-some years. Constant, almost nonstop. Different here and there. Now, I stopped, I ain't gonna lie. And thank God for prison. In jail time, that's what gave me my break. If it wasn't for prison and jail times, I probably would be dead now because I done had what? I OD'd what? Probably about 4 or 5 times. Cardiac arrest hit me several times, but very lightly, and it didn't take no hospital or none of that to tell me that when it was happening. Because I sold all that into my life. A lot of y'all have sold so much drugs into your life. What you're going to reap out of that is a heart attack, cardiac arrest, you're going to have a stroke, something is going to happen. You're going to pay for all of that. Your time is coming. It might not be now, but you're going to pay. Or someone is going to put fentanyl in your drugs. One of you going to hit it and you're going to die. Ask my boy Dash, who I grew up with, who I knew for many years, who was using crack so many years. He finally hit the wrong crack and it killed him. Because we got witch doctors out there putting stuff in it. So he finally reaped what he sowed for all his life almost, using drugs. And guess what? That very thing that he sowed killed him. So the very thing that you keep sowing is the very thing that's going to destroy you. You live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. The sword don't have to be a gun or a knife. That sword can be prescription drugs. You keep sowing prescription drugs in your life. Eventually, your heart is going to get so weak. And I ain't talking about people who got to take them. I ain't talking about the people who are having got issues with diabetes or cancers and they got to take some of these medicines or got AIDS and stuff. I'm talking, and even with AIDS, you keep sowing seed, having unprotected sex, having sex with unprotected sex. You sow being a homosexual, you're gonna reap being a homosexual. You eventually you're gonna get AIDS, or something's gonna happen to you where you gotta keep taking medicine. And then y'all think, well, then they got a medicine now to cure AIDS, and you ain't gotta worry about dying at early age and all that. Well, that medicine is still gonna kill you. They still got it to the point where it's gonna weaken your heart, and you're gonna eventually have a cardiac arrest. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's gonna kill you anyway. You're going to reap what you sow. You're not going to get out of that. You can't get around with reaping what you sow. You can't get over it. You can't get under it. You can't get on the side of it. You can't go around it. It's going to come back on you. I remember when I was, 18, I was working as a mechanic, trainee at a bowling alley, West Creek Lanes in Funky Town. And I was 19 years old and I was doing good. 18 started out. My brother was there at first. He was the mechanic there. He went to the Army, gave me his position, got me hired. I took it and never missed a day. I worked there very hard, got a check every week, had a Cutlass Supreme, had a beautiful girlfriend. Oh my God, it was on. I was a club at a DJ, and I decided to sell drugs for my cousin. Didn't know nothing about crack, but he was like, man, I said, this is crack? I can make money. I remember looking at New Jack City and all that about the crack thing. So I'm like, and I had a job. But I wanted $200-300 in one day thinking I could make that, and I didn't anyway. Going into different territories, trying to park my car, slang where I see things at, and not knowing that I can get my butt shot up there, going into south side spots, going up to stop 6 spots, Eastwood spots, different other sets that I had no business being in that was not my set. Didn't know what the hell I was doing, trying to sell drugs. And I finally got busted with a sawed-off shotgun, 20 gauge, and I had a job. I had a DJ job. I was making good DJ money at clubs. They were hiring me. I was the best. Still is. I'm still the best. And look at my cousin, you know, he like, man, I got this, blah, blah, blah. He was good at it. He never got busted and went to prison for it. It was meant for him to do it, but it wasn't meant for me. I reaped what I sowed. Well, I got busted, got out, bond. They let me out on pre-trial release, a pre-trial release. It's not a bond, it's a pre-trial release for first offenders. I was my very first time going to jail for drugs. I can tell you something else I did before that, but it's about shooting guns though. We was gangbanging then. But I'm saying when I was gangbanging in the high school, we wasn't selling drugs. We was doing other stuff. So I finally got out, and 3 years later, I finally went to trial for that. Never sold drugs, didn't touch it again, was doing rap shows. I was doing, going to Dallas, rap competitions. We was everywhere. Fanatic Club, I was DJing everywhere. Had a job as a mechanic in a bowling alley, fixing on those pin setter machines. Had my own car at the age of 19 years old. 3 years passed by, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm 21 now, then I'm 22. I was 18 and I turned 21. Finally, court day comes, they give me time to spend 6 months boot camp is all I got. I cried like a baby. Like, it seemed like they gave me 6 years. Because I never had got time before. And the first thing I asked my mom is like, why me? What did I do? I mean, I'm not selling drugs no more. I don't do it no more. 3 years passed by. I've showed the court, I've showed the judge, I've showed child that I stopped. I'm still working at the bowling alley. I'm not, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm good. The job called the court and told them that they vouched for me. My mama vouched for me. My friends, my supervisor, all of them vouched for me, and they still give me 6 months. My mom said, well, son, it might not be something that you didn't do these past 3 years, but it's probably something you did before then. You're just reaping what you sowed. I took that and it made me feel better. I said, you know, I can deal with that. I'm reaping what I sowed. I did it. I would have felt worse being innocent, but I wasn't innocent because I remember some things that I did that I got away with, that I thought I got away with. Watch what you sow in your life. Okay? Watch it. Because you're going to reap from that. Now we're going to get to the good seeds that we sow, okay? Let's get to the good seeds that we sow. And we're going to take a 30-second break. Want to say that a lot of us reap stuff, we sow stuff. If you now everything we're talking about, you reap what you sow. For those of y'all who are just now tuning in, you reap everything you sow. So reaping, a lot of us wonder how come people are so mean to you, or why people have not accepted you or received you. Well, it's probably because what you sow is meanness to everybody else. If you're mean to everybody, expect for meanness to come back to you. It's a very true statement when it says, what comes around, guess what? Goes around. If you're an asshole, expect for people to be assholes to you. That's just what that is. You're not going to get any type of good treatment if you treat people bad. If you're mean, if you're ugly all the time, if you're an asshole, you're gonna get that back to you. You're gonna reap that. You're not gonna get good feedback from people. You reap everything you sow. You have to watch everything you do in life. That's how it's designed. That's the power that we have. Don't you know that's a power? Man, you can sow something. We are a seed. Just like a man got sperm, we have seeds in that sperm where it can make babies. We are a living seed. We have power to do something and make it grow back to us. So y'all can look at it that way, didn't you? We have the power to sow into something and it can grow back into us. A farmer is really who we are. We are farmers. We can sow anything and it's going to grow back to us. Sow money into stock and watch it grow back into you. Sow money into investments and watch it grow back into you. Sow niceness kindness, compassionate, understandings, and watch niceness, compassionate, and understanding come back to you. Everybody who you encounter with is going to have understanding with you. You're going to get a whole lot of love. But for you assholes out there, it's not going to happen. You're going to get back assholes. Look at me like that. Everything that's how I be trying to watch. That's how come I'm very apologetic. I take back when I feel like I'm wrong, when my conscience is bothering me. If my conscience is bothering me about something I did, I try to correct it. I go directly to that person right away and say, hey, I was wrong, forgive me. Because I do not want that to reap back to me. So I immediately kill that seed, undig it out the ground, and plant a whole new seed in there that will replace that bad seed so that I can reap something good from that. Wisdom is kicking in now. I hope y'all getting this. That's how come I'm trying to do everything right and good, because that's how come it's taking me this long to come up in life, because I've sowed nothing but bad seed and unwise decision seeds in my life. But the Most High God say, well, my later years would be my greater years, because I would have killed myself, or I would have been in jail like Puff Daddy if I would have made it back then. Because I didn't know how to sow good seed. This is about us being farmers. We was put on this world, in this life, to be a farmer. A self-made farmer, to where we plant our own spiritual seeds, and whatever we plant is going to grow back. Whatever we put into in life is going to come back. What comes around, guess what, baby? It goes. What goes around, comes around. What comes around is going to go around. All that. You have to watch what the seeds you plant in everything you do. You even got to watch the prayer seeds that you plant. We're praying the wrong prayers, trying to pray prayers for people to be destroyed. God, kill this person because this person done me wrong. God, make this person be homeless because this person put me out. Those are the wrong seeds you're sowing. You're going to reap back those bad prayers that you're sending out. Everything we sow, we're going to reap. Everything. That's how come I stopped stealing. You look at me like that, like y'all stealing from the IRS right now. Don't you look at me like that, like you trying to look down on me because I said I was a thief. A lot of y'all thieves right now, y'all getting over on a lot of people, getting extra money when you ain't supposed to be getting extra money. Don't you go there with me. Just because you didn't go around and steal a piece of bubble gum out the grocery store or steal some money out of somebody's purse does not mean that you have not done nothing in a thievish way. You sit up here and look at me like that. You reap everything you sow. You reap all the good stuff. We're getting to the good stuff now. Woo. Tell you what, it's deep. You wonder why you can't come up in life. You wonder why I can't get over the hump. Because you're not willing to sacrifice a patient seed. You keep sowing impatient seeds into your life. Every time you're waiting for an opportunity, you sow a good seed and you're waiting for the opportunity. You're not patient enough to wait for it. Instead, you'll go hit a lick that get your ass caught up in jail somewhere or get you caught up in an assault charge somewhere when you should have just waited patiently. We have to sow patient seeds in our lives. We're sowing impatient seeds in our lives and causing us to want to go get fast money in an illegal way that's causing us to get into a rucket that we can't get out of. Do you know right now I'm under pressure right now? I got bills coming up that I don't know how I'm going to pay these bills by right now. And the first thing coming to my mind is you can go do something illegal, but that's an impatient seed. That's a spirit that's trying to get me to plant an impatient seed. Man, don't wait on that. You ain't got enough time to wait on that. It's coming. But I'm planting a patient seed right now. And I guarantee you that something good is going to come out of that seed because I waited and I worked hard and I waited and watched how heaven rain a blessing on me and how all of this is going to come through. Just watch. We're planting doubt seeds in our life. We should be planting faithful seeds, having faith seeds in our life. You have to have faith, brother, sister. We're impatient. We want things to happen right away on our benefits when it ain't. You have to be patient. Wait. It might take 10 years for that problem to get solved. But yeah, it might take 10 years. But when that 10 years come, you're going to be grateful that it happened. You're going to remember all the patience you had. And the reward is going to be very rewarding. So go to verse 8, chapter 6, okay? Verse 8, chapter 6, Galatians. We keep sowing the wrong belief seeds in our life. We keep sowing seeds believing in anything. And you keep getting anything outcomes. You're still confused. Tribe of Judah, house of Israel here, the chosen ones. You trying to believe in other religions, and we were not created to believe in other religions. We were created to believe in this right here. You trying to believe in Judaism and all that stuff, that wasn't for us. That's for other nations. This nation, the tribe of Judah, the seed of David, is supposed to believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's Israel, house of Israel. You're planting the wrong belief system in your life. That's how come you're confused, stressed, depressed, want to commit suicide, and jumping around with different races and stuff like that. Come on, man, get it right. You know this is real. You know the Most High God is true and real. Stop fighting it. Get that devil, that demon out of you, man. Verse 8 says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. That's how come I stopped doing all that stuff. I was headed for death. I should have been dead. What you talking about? He had his hands on me. The Most High had his hands on me. That's how come I'm not dead. I done did so much dope and I did so much wrong, done hurted so many people. What you talking about? Don't you look at me like that. He has given me a tremendous amount of power and strength and courage to where I was able to fight it off. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Ooh, it's hot in here. But that he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's why I keep telling you, you got to sow seed of the Spirit. You have to reap, you have to sow seeds of the Spirit. Get into this word. Get into the word. Get a relationship with the Most High God. You have to sow that seed. Watch you reap good stuff. Watch good stuff come back to you. Watch it. Just watch it. Watch it. Let me be a witness. Send me a comment. I guarantee you that you're going to get a reward you cannot even handle. Check it out. Verse 9, and let us not be weary in well-doing. A lot of you getting weary and doing, you've been doing good for 20 years. You've been helping people. You've been praying for people. Everybody call you when they need something. And you never get no help. Nobody never motivates you. 20, 30 years done passed by. You still helping people. You still keeping people kids. You don't charge them babysitting prices. You don't do none of that. And everybody just step on you. They spit on you. They betray you. It says, don't grow weary, keep doing good. You keep doing good. Watch this. Watch what. You might say, man, I've been 20 years. I ain't got nothing back yet. Well, you got your help. You still alive. The doctor say you might not live because of your diabetes, but you still here living. Said the cancer was going to kill you, but guess what? Cancer ain't killed you. You still here. There's a lot of things you can name of you doing good to people and why nobody have not been able to bring you down because the Most High God got his hands on you because you've been doing good to people. Don't grow weary in doing good. You're going to reap good seed. You're going to sow. You keep sowing seed like that and watch you reap good stuff. Watch good stuff start coming back to you. I guarantee you, I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've lived it and I'm doing it right now. I don't know how a lot of stuff get paid, how I be getting money, how things come up, because I keep sowing good seed. I keep feeding his sheep. I keep being obedient. And he make a way. You reap everything you sow. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. You know who the household of faith is? That's the house of Israel. He's talking about the tribe of Judah. He's talking about the seed of David. He's talking about the seed, the tribe, the nation of Israel, the whole house of Israel. He's talking about us. To all men, especially. He didn't say treat our enemies bad. He said be good to all men, so that they can be judged for trying to hate on us. But then he said especially of those of the household of faith, those of us who believe, those of us who have received. We be good to each other. We're sowing being mean seeds to each other. We're sowing being hateful toward one another. We're sowing all these seeds toward one another. And the Bible strictly says be good to one another, especially of those in the household of faith. That means in this faith right here, this Bible right here, we all believe in that. We do not support each other. We do not put a hand on supporting each other. We just only listen to the word and keep it to ourselves. We don't spread it. We don't try to help one another. We don't try to encourage one another. We're supposed to carry each other's burdens. When someone have a problem, pray for one another. It says that, but our own burden we're going to have to carry. Yes. We're supposed to help each other with our burdens, but I can't carry your burden for you, but the Most High God can. Keep doing good. A lot of y'all have sown good seed. We're going to end it with this. A lot of y'all have sown really good seed, okay? And guess what? Those good seeds is going to come back. A lot of y'all have sown seed and praying and got into a relationship with the Most High God. Guess what? Some of y'all will never taste death. Some of y'all will never taste death. Some of y'all have been so good, so much good seed and helping people and being good and kind and compassionate to people. I mean, sacrificing. Have sold sacrifice seed, meaning that you have set your time out just to help somebody else out when you didn't feel like it, when you didn't have to, when you didn't want to. You did it anyway because you have the spirit of the love of the Most High God in you. And you and no one else still do nothing for you. You're going to reap that. You're going to reap from that. And you say, but what if I die before I reap from it? Well, that means you're going to have a seat in heaven with the Most High then. Or something good is going to happen to you in the next one. I don't know. But the Most High God, is the word of the Lord is not to be mocked. When he say you're going to be blessed from that, then you're going to be blessed from that. You just got to believe that. That's the household of faith. That's us. We believe that. We believe in everything this word say. Believe because this Bible was written for us. You wonder why a lot of people is getting back good stuff. You see them doing good things and sowing good seed. That's why. They giving. A lot of us don't want to sow giving seed. We don't want to give nobody nothing. We want to keep everything. We got money and stuff. We don't want to help nobody. You stingy. It's your stingy butt. You can help some people sometime, but it's everybody who asks you to help them. You don't want to help nobody. You're going to reap from that. One day you're going to lose that money. Or you might get into bad help to where you ain't going to be able to enjoy your money. Huh? See, that's one thing about help. About having a lot of stuff. One thing about having a lot of stuff is you're not going to be able to enjoy that stuff if you ain't in good health. That's why you see a lot of rich people trying to eat right. They be trying, they work out, they hire their own personal trainers and stuff because they want to enjoy all that stuff that they got. They want to keep enjoying it. They know that one bad sick day, all that stuff don't even matter. Went deep there, didn't I? Boy, I'm telling you something. So watch how arrogant you are, how you plant all these arrogant seeds, wandering around planting seeds, showing out, trying to, and don't want to help nobody and all that. Watch those seeds you plant because you might just reap back bad health. Then what you gonna do? Let your stuff rot and sit? That's what you gonna have to do. Or somebody else is gonna enjoy it. Eventually they will if you die. It don't hurt to help sometimes for people you know that you can trust to help, that they don't do right when you help them. Yeah, it's okay. When you got a lot of money. A lot of y'all got money, don't want to help nobody. Stingy selves. Well, stingy gonna come back to you. When you ask God for good help, then the Most High God is gonna say, "Now I'm gonna be stingy. I'm gonna give you a little good help right here in your arm, but your shoulders and your knees gonna continue to hurt." Start sowing good seeds. Be compassionate, generous, nice, kind. Be considerate. We're hating on each other too much. That's how come you got these people killed. You got young people in these gun violence and all that because we're sowing seeds of hate. Practice of how to love, practice of how to forgive. Then you won't have to worry about murdering somebody all the time. You don't want to forgive nobody. That's why you think about murdering them. You want to murder so much because you don't have a forgiving heart. Start sowing seeds of forgiving. We're going to end it with that, okay? I want to thank y'all for tuning into the Truth Hurts Bible study this morning. I hope those of y'all who are in the city with all this ice and snow continue to drive safe. Be careful out there. Drive slow. Take your time. No need to rush. Everybody who's trying to rush, let them go around you. Who cares? I hope you got some out of this. May blessings continue to reign forever on the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Until then, peace out. Don't forget, Facebook, T.A. T.A-The Activist on Facebook, and East Lancaster, and homeless people on my show. Until then, thank you. Enjoy.